are, regular course of business between the analysts and Wall Street itself?
We do think that they went well beyond offering dispassionate, neutral opinions where a First Amendment defense would have more traction, and were actually involved in the business of packaging, offering, facilitating, and promoting mortgage-backed securities for sale. And that will be part of our theory in court, and that's something I'm sure we will be wrestling over pretty strenuously between the parties here.
Understood. Thank you.
Rich, some of these Ohio pension funds have large investment staffs whose job is to look beyond ratings and make their own evaluations. Aren't they in some way responsible for purchasing these flawed investment tools?
First of all, the pension systems here came to us with a very great concern, and they were very interested in having these cases pursued. They, I think, are in absolute agreement with us that what was done here really undermined their ability to trust the marketplace and to make the kind of good decisions that you want to make as an investor. But secondly, the nature of the mortgage-backed securities is it's a very complicated investment. You are taking groups of mortgages, categories of mortgages, bundling them together, and then at times even slicing those into different risk level tranches. Warren Buffett has described the kind of financial derivatives we're talking about here as financial weapons of mass destruction. But at the time that these investments were being peddled around the country, the rating agencies were intimately involved in the structuring of these securities and in then conferring upon them their top grade AAA ratings. It is the case that the marketplace relies on those being neutral, objective, accurate assessments of these kinds of investments, because people are not necessarily in a position to go and read all the underlying mortgage documents that go into hundreds and hundreds of mortgages bundled together in a security tranche, and or knowing in intimate detail the nature of that marketplace or the kind of underwriting that was done. So the rating agencies play a critical role in facilitating and promoting the distribution of these securities. And I think it is unreasonable to think that at the time our pension systems would look through these ratings, which were certainly presented by the agencies as something to be relied on in the marketplace, that were relied on by everyone across the country in the marketplace, and that turn out to be so grossly wrong. And we believe the evidence will show that there was ample indication known at the time to the rating agencies that they should have been handling this matter differently.
But Rich, you said...
Look, I was a fixed income investor as the state treasurer. That's a very different landscape from our pension systems and the the deferred comp system, which are making long-term investments, and they are active in the markets. But I will say that it is commonplace, and it should be justifiable for investors to be able to rely upon the credit rating agencies, who hold themselves out as neutral and objective assessors of investments, and as having done the due diligence and the kind of background work that makes their credit ratings valid in the market. That is what was done here, and I don't think that the pension systems can be faulted for not having known that in fact what was happening with the rating agencies was something very different from what was being represented to the public.
Do you feel personally responsible because this crime took place on your watch?
I was not either running any of the rating agencies or running any of the pension systems, but the responsibility, we believe, for what I haven't characterized as a crime, but as what we believe to be securities fraud under Ohio law, rests, we believe, foursquare with the three rating agencies whose conduct is the basis for the allegations in our lawsuit filed today. They experience losses in the pension system that could affect their ability to get paid out over time. may well feel the effect in legislation that will be needed to shore up the system by reducing benefits or extending the amount of time before they can be eligible for benefits, could well affect their health care and the money available to continue to provide health care benefits on the same basis as in the past. Every gain by our systems is felt by the people vested in the system as a positive that helps secure their future on the terms that were bargained for and that have been represented and assured to them over time. And every loss that those systems feels threatens the commitments that have been made to them and makes it more difficult to fulfill.
Just took the pension check today?
It has and will continue to affect all of the things I just described. Potentially the money available to them for health care and the health benefits that are available, the terms on which benefits are conferred upon active members of the system, and potentially the value of their checks as retirees.